Tuesday night baseball now from Comerica Park in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Tonight, the first of two in this interleague matchup between the Cincinnati Reds and the Detroit Tigers. It's Tigers baseball, and it starts right now. Michael Fulmer gets the call for game one of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to watch a guy that's been struggling a little bit lately. In his last three starts, he has a whip of over 1.40, so he's going to have to cut that down. Limit the amount of base runners, limit the amount of walks if he wants to have some success in this one here today.
Hit out towards second. And now from the air, a jump throw. And the throw is wide as he couldn't keep his foot on the bag. Now at the plate, Brandon Perry, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball just a bit high. Well, you don't need us to tell you, it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. To 1-2 now. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. High in the air out to center field. Kane is under it. Makes the play, one away. Next for the Tigers, Jake Rogers. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Jake Rogers.
Hit in the air to center field. Perry is in pursuit. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Digging in for his second at-bat, Brandon Perry. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch. This is line to left. Coming on is Brantley, but he won't get there. It's a base hit.
Obvious pitch recognition right there. 0-0 changeups usually get guys out in front, but he was able to stay back, recognize it, and drive it for a base hit.
Now batting, catcher, Tony Sanchez.
Into the box now, Tony Sanchez. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He popped out in his first trip. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
In now is Adam Eaton. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
Adam Eaton.
First pitch on its way. A high fastball is in there.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
Here's the 0-2. Up around the face.
Big spot right here. That's a great pitch to try and see if you could get him to fish outside the zone. He's still in the driver's seat right now, and I'd expect something else to miss off the plate.
The 1-2. Misses for the second ball.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
Outside and a full count, 3-2.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2. And he's seen a lot of pitches too.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Looped out towards short. That's in there, base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball pro.
0-1 the count. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. On its way is pitch number 75. Behind 0-2 now. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Hey, this is a monster strikeout situation right here. A double play would be great in this situation, but I know he's going for the K. You get a 1-2 count on a guy, he's going to throw his nastiest stuff.
Pulled pretty badly there as he reaches to poke this one foul. Perry on second.
Find the ball, you got it, round it.
To Iglesias for 1. On to first, and it's dropped. On to first, but not in time. He beats it out to keep the inning alive, and the run is in to score.
I'm not sure if this happened or not, but sometimes when you're playing behind a pitcher who's doing all of the work himself, you get caught up a little bit in kind of a trance, and you get lulled to sleep out there. Looked like to me he was caught a little off guard when the play came his way.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. A 1-1 count to the Reds' first baseman. And it's fouled away. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Sent on the ground out to second. LeMahieu gets to it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Reds will be forced to settle for just the 1. Home half of the 5th coming up. Reds out in front, 1-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Brandon Perry. He singled his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a fastball just below the knees, ball one.
The Reds have been searching for that big hit all game long. Let's hope they can get it. They're starting to run out of time to happen.
Now this is driven out to deep right center. This could be trouble.
Right, find the ball.
And this is going to rattle up against the out-of-town scoreboard now. And the runner will score from second. And not in time as the second run scores.
A minute ago, this thing was tied up, but when you're giving up triples, you're not going to be close for too long. Now a two-run lead and a base hit away from making it 3.
Now batting, catcher, Tony Sanchez.
Into the box, Tony Sanchez. Swing and a liner. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And that'll plate the runner from third, as with that, the lead swells to 4-1. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second.
Here's Miguel Andujar now. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. Lifted into the air out toward center field. Moving under it, Perry. And that retires the side. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Brandon Perry, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. And he is tagged out here. Boy, a bad mistake that time for Cincinnati. Striding in to start the ninth, Brandon Perry, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball one. 1-0 count. Here it is. Count even now at 1-1. 1-1. Here it is. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Hit in the air down the right field line. Schebler is over to his left as he snags this one.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game.
From the home of the Tigers since 2000, we welcome you to Comerica Park here in the Motor City. Today, So digging in now, Brandon Perry, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here comes the first pitch. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. Next up for Detroit, Greg Bird. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
First baseman, Greg Bird.
Out into right center. Well hit.
Here he comes. Relay. 3-3-3.
Throw to third, but he's in there. As a run also comes in to score, making it a 2-run ball game. In now is Lorenzo Cain.
Leading off for the Tigers.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Eaton comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 1. Digging in now, DJ LeMahieu. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Perry is after it. He gets there, and that's the second out. Ready for another chance? Brandon Perry. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
And the throw's in fact dropped. Here comes the first pitch. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Got a way to square it up.
They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of two ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound, and they are just going to ambush tactics, and it seems to work for them.
Now a ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left, hooking just a little, and nearly a three-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Miller sets. 0-2 on its way, and he fouls this one off.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
The 0-2 once more. On the ground to the left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. Brantley's able to get it in, and that runner will have to hold on at third base.
Boy, not the way you'd like to draw up an 0-2 pitch, D-roll, but from a hitter's perspective, a pretty good job of staying alive 0-2.
Yeah, and he did an excellent job on the offensive side. Not to let the AB get away from him. I know he was down 0-2, but he bowled his neck and he stayed in there.
The left fielder, number 2, Adam Eaton.
In now is Adam Eaton, and he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. Couple of walks for him thus far. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, he gets a pass right there for that ugly swing. He's been having a monster season. Take a step out of the box, regroup. He'll get right back in this AB.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. Coming down in buckets. Cats and dogs. Insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And they'll tack on a run with the sac fly. It's now a 4-1 ball game.
That's a spot right there as a pitcher where you'll trade an out for a run anytime. Bases loaded, and only 1 run scores on the sacrifice fly.
First delivery to him on the way. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1.
Love that pitch right there, and he executed it perfectly. A big arcing curveball that starts at the batter's hip and then just bends onto the inside corner. A lot of hitters have a tendency to open up way too early, and they can't make good contact on that pitch.
Behind 0-2 now. Missed with a breaking ball.
Looked like he was trying to work in a front door curveball there, but it seemed like it popped out of his hand a little early, causing it to miss inside.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And you know, the heavy stuff has finally arrived. This has got to be the hardest rain we've seen all afternoon.
Hit on the ground to third. Over to LeMahieu covering at the bag, and that ends the inning. On 2 hits here. Digging in and looking for more, Brandon Perry. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swinging a soft liner. But this is pulled in by the shortstop. The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. He tripled earlier, making him 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Digging in to try it again, Brandon Perry, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. First pitch of the at-bat. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet. And I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
Here comes Brantley. He's there and records the first out. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. He hit the corner and tries for third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
You take a look at this one as it flies into the gap. Both outfielders give it a chase, but...
And that brings up Scott Shepler. And their runners at the corners now.
Scott Shepler.
The 2-2. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Perry sprinting after it, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. And even with 2 away now, that ball just...
You could just see that the confidence is radiating off of them out there right now. That's 6 wins in a row.
player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
From the Queen City, we're live inside Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, it's the first of 4 between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds look for their 7th straight victory. Next. Luis Castillo, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
Ready now for Cincinnati, Brandon Perry, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Perry.
First offering on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Dero, Dan, we look at this Pirates ball club as they enter play here tonight. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty, this team's in the grind part of their schedule right now. Just had a short homestand, able to say hello to the family, kiss the wife, tuck the kids in at night, and they're back on the road again. This should be interesting to see the energy this team plays with today.
Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. And that'll bring up Tyler Wade. He drew a base on balls his first time up.
Tyler Wade.
Hit back up the middle. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. And the run will score as the Pirates are on the board first. It's 1-0.
Hey, this team's been in a pretty bad funk, Dero. They've had a difficult time scoring and winning any game. So to strike early, that RBI single right there is awfully big.
Yeah, and hopefully the pitcher's able to breathe a sigh of relief, Dan, like you say all the time. Give me some early runs and let me relax and attack the zone.
I've always said, Dero, you score me 6 runs, I'm going to win a lot of games.
Number 12 ranges back, and he has it. Striding in once again, Colin Moran. He flew out in his last at-bat. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Lifted in the air to center field. Perry is in his tracks now, and he's digging in the switch hitter, Brandon Perry. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one just missed outside.
This guy's one of the best bunters in the league, but with 2 outs, I'm not sure that's a really good play right now. He might be forced to go ahead and swing the bat and try to get an extra base hit here with 2 outs.
That evens it up 1-1. The 1-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Hey, this offense needs to check themselves right now. They have to find a way to get somebody on base and get this guy out of the stretch and make him a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, they're 1 strike away from being shut out through 5. Here now the 2-2. And that's a swinging